Satsang-78, The Appearance of the World. 12th October, 1935. Evening Satsang. Words give the knowledge of Brahman, but it is only when everything that is to be told is finished that the knowledge of Brahman takes place. After the word ends, realization happens, and the word remains silent. The Vedas are the king of all scriptures, and even they have remained mute. When the Vedas said about Brahman, neti, neti, not this, not this, other scriptures and philosophies were at a loss for what to say. They could not find any sign or indication of what Brahman is. The essential scriptures, the Shastras, are the product of the Vedas, and as the Vedas become silent in contact with Brahman, other scriptures cannot give a glimpse of Brahman. Other scriptures are intended only to describe, while the Vedas try to show it directly. One who is set on marrying intends only to marry. He is one-pointed about it. That is the main aim for him in life. Sugar is sweet, and only if you eat it do you know the sweetness. There is no need of employing the scriptures to describe sweetness. This entire world is one. It is filled by only one self, essence, and nothing else. To understand this, to directly experience, is the most important thing to be achieved. There is no other appearance of anything but the one everywhere. Through this direct experience, the knot of the ego is loosened. The hidden bondage to the body is slackened, and all spiritual powers dissolve into one. The fruit or merit of worshipping the image of Lord Ganapati is the same, even though the image may be small or big. What is the significance of a bigger image? It is only more quantity of earth. The earth is the image of Ganapati, and the image is nothing but earth. The difference is in the sentiment, or one's feeling about it. It is for mental satisfaction that we impose the image of God on a particular shape and color of earth. We want to derive the joy from the image. The whole thing is only mental imagery. The earth does not become Ganapati, and Ganapati does not become the earth. The worship is the product of the sentiment of thoughts, as it is a projection of the mind, and is not permanent. The sages and saints reflecting about what is permanent, and therefore they do not fall for any emotional involvement. They are convinced about the absolute, the imperishable. Intending to convey the truth that all of manifestation is Brahman, The sage once said, "One who understands that he and Brahman are one functions like others, but all of his actions and feelings and behavior are nothing but Brahman." Like Shuka or Brahmadev, his sleep is called Brahman Samadhi. There was a false conceptual man who did not exist, but was only imagined. He was working, and then he was nullified, being proved to be unreal, a non-entity. The whole life of one who has realized the falseness of I becomes Brahman. His uncleanliness is clean water sprinkled on Lord Shiva, according to the Vedas. The knower of Brahman is Brahman himself. He whose pride is gone and who has the understanding of Brahman is the greatest God, Shiva. It is a great sin to give trouble to a devotee of the Guru. One must not harass a devotee of the Guru. Who else other than Shiva is he whose ego has gone and who has achieved the vision of all-pervading Brahman? All of the actions of a man of self-knowledge, the Jnani, are the very life of God. His body and family life is the house of Shiva. His speech is of great value, great mantra. His wife is Uma or Parvati, and his son is Ganapati or Ganesha, the god of meditation and remover of obstacles, and the son of the Guru. To worship him is more meritorious than doing puja to thousands of images. Good and bad are not different in Brahman. Hell and the portal of heaven are the same. Shiva is omnipresent in the lingam symbol and in an insect in mud. A glance full of compassion is the direct blessing of Shiva. Maya is non-existent, but she has created actions, karma, for all the world. Illusion conceived the Supreme Self as having a body, and God was ridiculed. Illusion created both knowledge and ignorance, and expanded the activities of the world, created man and woman, and introduced the chain of birth after birth. Illusion, Maya, created forgetfulness in pure consciousness, and created a multitude of forms for the formless. Just as there are only threads in all the clothes like pants and shirt and so on, but many forms and shapes are created from that thread. Such is the strange game of Maya. People have a concept that a woman who is standing in a lotus flower is the goddess of wealth, Lakshmi. and a woman standing under a tree is the opposite, an evil spirit. Maya has thus introduced various imaginary beings, and the world at large is so formed. On the day of Diwali, the Hindu holiday where people light lamps for Lakshmi, people prepare images of Lord Krishna and the gopis out of the cow dung and actually worship them with flowers. See how this Maya makes the individual, the jiva, bow before even the cow dung. In Krishna's image made of dung, what else is there except dung? It is all make-believe, all false. The truth is that all is Brahman. But fools make this falsehood of Maya appear to be true. The individual sings the same song that was once sung when putting the child in the cradle and doing the naming ceremony. The jiva is caught in the chain of birth and death by holding tight to the name and the form, and says, I, every moment. And this has caused the chain of unending births and deaths. In the one Brahman, many shapes and forms have been created, and it is being said, this is like this, and that is something different. That belongs to the other. In the game of chess, the queen and knight and king are all made of wood. All are simply wood. Yet even in the game there is unnecessary argument. The more clever that people are, the more they fight. In a similar way, there has been a false appearance of many in the one that is Brahman. This is illusion. This is mesmerism. This illusion is a game of hide and seek. It is a play, a cunning game of emotional imagination. One who knows Maya will discard illusion immediately. If the game of chess or any other game will be proved true, then the world will also be proved true. The world is not true. It is an appearance in consciousness of illusory things that are going to disappear. The entire apparent world phenomena is not real.